for the WBA, WBC, and Ring Magazine Super Welterweight Championship of the World. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from San Antonio, it's showtime! Once again, our referee in charge now to give instructions, Terence Crawford.
All right, gentlemen, went over rules over in the dressing room. I want you to obey my commands. Protect yourselves all times. Good luck, play Olympia.
Knowing what we know about how they fight, the question I'm most interested in seeing is whether Alvarez has the ability to apply sustained, smart pressure, which is usually the best and sometimes the only way to beat a really smart, talented boxer.
See if it plays out that way. Austin Trout, who needs to move, has talked about last year that this is his time for coming out. 2 months before Cotto, he said, "This is my momentum time." And he made the Cotto fight look easy in the second half of that, so
was try to size up his opponent and find the open spaces where he thinks he can work best.
And for Trout, stay on the outside, move laterally, try to build up some points. There's Trout continuing to move. These are the rounds for him that are very important. To stick and move, try to build up the lead.
You know, this particular human puzzle.
Right hand by Canelo, which if you're up in row 50, was a bomb.
And a right hand behind it. You'll notice that when Trout punches, his forward foot steps into the punch, but his back foot is ready to get out of there.
The hedge fund. The guy with the angles. And can he stop the movements? Can he get the right hand leading against this guy? Wow, Canelo just missed with the big right hand. He has the idea to lead right against this guy. Came up just a little short. But you know we'll see that again.
This is where Canelo wants to fight on the road.
And he got right in on that and worked the body. According to not too much advice given to Canelo between rounds. We'll see how this plays out. WBC champion Canelo Alvarez, WBA champion Austin Trout, meeting in this unification in San Antonio, Texas. Dave Bontempo and Larry Merchant with you as we watch the 154-pound Kings duke it out. And Austin Trout would like to make the weight to 12 rounds if he could.
Trying to close space. Alvarado is closer to Trout. Trout snaps out left and lead on his right jab. But Canelo now knows what the assignment is.
He landed a good body shot, landed a good right hand to the head. He's trying to close the distance here.
Against a fighter like Trout, you can't afford to start too slow.
No,
before you know it, it's the 9th and the 10th rounds.
He picked it up here in round 2. Yeah. What's the body? Good right hand by Canelo. And a jab by Trout.
One guy is trying to win by a death by 1,000 cuts, and the other guy is just throwing punches with mean intentions.
Both guys using the formula that has brought them here. Scores a nice jab of his own.
Now, Canelo is mainly being aggressive. in a close round, that could matter.
Yes. It's the perception of aggression in a tight round. If both guys are equally effective, this is a good round for Canelo. Round one was good for Austin Trout. Time! Round three, Canelo and Austin Trout. Between these guys, 67 wins, no losses. 41 of the wins for Canelo, 26 for Austin Trout. Both guys near their prime. Certainly Trout near his prime. Canelo needs to have a lot of upward mobility yet.
Trout here is trying to show Canelo that he's going to have to pay if he's going to take the lead.
Trout with the jab, being circling to his right. Canelo will have to cut off the ring. He takes the left hand and then comes in and shoved around by Trout. A persistent jab for Austin Trout. And blocking the shots there by Canelo.
But that one sent him off balance. And if an opponent is able to do that to a boxer, and keep the boxer backing up and not knowing where it's coming, he's trying to fight him off here and say, the price you're going to pay for this is too high.
That's what's cut by Canelo Alvarez. And for Trout, the double jab is what he's trying to stick out there, and also to greet Canelo when he comes in.
Not just a jab, it's the footwork. It's a fighter who's defensive oriented. There was a nice kick right hand inside. How many punches has Trout taken like that? So both of them have something to prove here.
Good third round for Austin Trout. As the chess match goes on, Saul Canelo Alvarez and Austin Trout in this 154-pound unification bout. Trout has his way. There will be a buzz throughout this crowd, but not an explosion. He tries to quiet them and stay outside. And you do get the sense, when you talk about the assignment that Canelo has, that it's understood that it'll take him longer to get there, probably longer to break this guy down. It has to be a very methodical process for him.
Has to go to the body, has to try to make him uncomfortable in some way.
Right hand lead by Alvarez, and he's coming up short. And this is the comfort zone that Trout wants.
Trout has been able to keep him off.
The interesting thing about it is with Canelo, often one punch can turn it around, and there's an uppercut as he makes a bid to move Trout back.
With a sharpshooter like Trout, you can't just come in. You can't just try to impose yourself. You have to do it in an intelligent way.
Work the body hard, even if you take a few shots to try and change this guy's movement. And there's Trout jabbing on the outside, doing a beautiful job.
That's Canelo. You know it was good because Trout shook his hand and said, no.
There's a good jab behind another good jab. And Canelo is finding the range at the end of round 4.
Those are the two most effective punches of the round, but even if it's just momentary.
Let's see if that's the case as we head into round 5. The jab in the right hand by Canelo at the end of round 4 have the potential to be fight turning if they make Canelo come in more, waging the fight we expected, with Trout boxing, moving, and now Canelo
with more urgency, trying to take the movement away.
Couple of body shots followed by a left jab, punch.
It's a whole different fight when it's in his office.
I don't think that's too likely. Trout is not in there to have a fight. He's in there to win the fight.
But if he gets hit with a few body shots and his movement gets taken away,
that's why we look for that sustained pressure and see how it affects the opponent.
The jab by Trout. Good movement. And as he keeps that jab operating, he'll make Canelo regroup as a right hook the shot in by Austin Trout. And he beat Canelo by a whisper with his right hand. Canelo gets beaten to the jab again. Left hand gets in by Trout. Jeff Smith with a big shot. And what we are seeing through 5 rounds, a marvelous boxing display by Austin Trout. As educated a boxer as he's seeing in Austin Trout. Trout probably hasn't seen the same puncher potential as he's seeing in Alvarez. He's doing a great job of keeping Alvarez at bay.
Are determined by what's inside the fight, not just by what we're seeing here moment to moment.
As Canelo getting a right hand in, whoever wins this will find something a little extra. As Canelo comes in, tries to get past that jab, scores with a good jab of his own.
And I think a short left hand there that
uppercut by Canelo, lands in grazing fashion, but he's getting closer. Good uppercut by Alvarez again, and then Trout is back.
and suddenly we have toe-to-toe here. Is that because Trout is taking some shots, or is that because Trout thinks, I've got to do this now?
Getting some momentum inside.
Give Trout credit for stepping in at that moment.
You made earlier about what's inside, not only the intellect, but the willingness to gamble there as he did. Trout missing over the top, throws a good jab. Canelo trying to lure him in. And it's Trout. Good body shot.
A fight has broken out.
That's for Canelo's benefit as he lands the right hand, but Trout has been equal to this change in style in round 6.
And he's taken some good punches well. That's the part of the inside that we were talking about. How will he respond when he's hit? If the response is to hit back, you've got a prize fighter.
Well, Canelo just landed his best punch of the fight, an uppercut at the end of round 6.
He's winning the fight so far.
All right, family seems pretty happy, and we go into round 7, the second half of this fight underway. Canelo Alvarez, 41-0-130 knockouts. Austin Trout, 26-0-14. There's a big right hand that drops Trout. And a big breakthrough for Canelo.
That was a straight right hand that caught him early in the round and dazed him and hurt him. He looks like he has his legs back, but Canelo will try to hurt him here.
Another big right hand by Canelo. The right hand lead against the lefty. It came up big for him early in round 7.
Trout fighting back.
Trout right there. Not tying up, not trying to buy time. It's war.
What we're seeing here,
rising from adversity. That big right hand he took, comes up, and shows a little more, and there's Canelo with another big right hand. Another one. Good left hook. He's a heavy-handed puncher, and as we said earlier, most likely the best puncher that Trout has ever faced.
Well, but the more he fights Canelo, the more he puts himself in harm's way.
Where's the jabbing and the movement that was there earlier? It's been taken out of him now by the body shots and the big right hand that put him down. And here is Alvarez shortening the distance. Alvarez loading up his next big shot, fires it to the body. And Trout not quite as sure of his jab right now. Good right hand by Alvarez. Excellent right hand in the body. Trout is back, but a lot of steam may have been taken out of him by the Alvarez assault.
Don't relax.
There's that straight right hand that hurt Trout and may have taken some of the spring out of his legs, but it didn't take it out of his heart.
No, the first knockdown in his career suffered here. He came up after this and was willing to engage, but his feet, his movement may have been taken away from him, and we'll see how that plays out. A huge style edge now for Trout. For Canelo. Here we go into round 8. Will Canelo follow up, or will Trout find something else?
And that's what more than 39,000 paying fans are asking themselves right now.
And with the break, here is Trout again trying to be outside. You know, when he realizes he's in with a more heavy-handed guy, how tentative can that make him?
Of course it can, but it's not just that Canelo is heavy-handed. He's smart about it.
As expected at this level, lived up to the billing. Here's Trout going to the body.
Is Canelo waiting for an opening? Well, trying to get him to open up so that he can counterpunch him? This is unusual for him.
And the question is, does he have to do it there against the ropes when he's been successful in other parts of the ring? But there's a lot of emotion going in here with these guys, and hey, I'll try this, I'll try that.
And when neither fighter is lost, they don't think they can lose. They don't know about giving up.
And we've seen both guys get over some hurdles in this fight.
Interestingly, Trout's trainer, Louis Burke, said to him in the corner, he's tired. That's why he's fighting in these kinds of spurts. We'll see.
Into round 9 we go. It's a terrific battle at the Alamodome. Canelo Alvarez and Austin Trout in their 154-pound unification bout back from guys who brought unbeaten marks in here. The right hand by Alvarez. Works the body. A couple of punches that will halt the movement of Trout. And at times he has succeeded, but Trout out there again now. Able to move and go laterally. Alvarez throws the right hand after the left of the body. Just misses with the right hand. Left hook by Alvarez. The win in this fight.
Well, it's hard to put off the ring against a guy who has both his feet under him, moves left or right. It's not like he's running in any one direction and you have to cut him off at the pass. He just has to stand there and there. Who's smarter, who's quicker, who's tougher, who's stronger. often seen Canelo come forward with his hands around his head, you know, protecting himself. Here, he's almost like he's inviting Trout to take some shots at him, looking to counter him.
As here is Trout, not going for that bait right now. Staying outside, not committing. There's a jab by Alvarez.
You wonder about...
And their opposite skills.
Box!
Trout, the boxer, has been loyal to that. Stayed outside, moved. Made it difficult for Canelo early. And Alvarez, the big puncher, getting inside, scoring a knockdown.
Canelo. That he's in a tougher fight than maybe he thought this would be if he is suddenly become stalking Canelo at this late stage.
Yeah, he has to become the gambler. 4 shots by Trout get in. Three nice shots by Trout and a beautiful uppercut by Alvarez. And a jab here by Trout. Alvarez, jab in the right hand.
At no point in this fight has Trout landed a punch that seemed to make Alvarez step back or maybe even blink. I don't know how you measure that round to round.
Big role in the scorecards over the course of the fight. And then these are very good shots here by Trout. You get one big shot by Alvarez to counter it. And it's worth the multiple of the shots by Trout.
But this is a good round for Trout.
Time! Don't hit me. Come back.
As a fighter. You know, that he's not just a manufactured star.
Now, in this showcase here, he's had to reach for something extra against the guy. He's able to stay outside and move. He's had to be patient, wait a little longer to try to get to him, keep the pressure on. And Canelo dropping Trout.
Another good uppercut as Trout takes the lead.
Canelo trying to launch that right-hand lead. Good reflexes by both guys at this stage of the fight. Good pace by both guys at this stage of the fight.
It's great to want to be great.
This side is Trout trying to build up something with the jabs, and then Canelo take it away with a good right hand. And he's had the power shots in this fight. Good right hand lead by Alvarez. With a role reversal. Here comes Trout. Good body shot by Trout. Good body shot by Alvarez. Nice right hand by Alvarez. And then he wins that exchange by driving Trout off.
Yeah, and Trout winced when he was hit with that shot. His eye almost closed.
Right now, Trout might feel like he brought the knife to the gunfight. As Canelo throws the bigger punches in round 11.
Most of the fight, when he was knocked down, and he's absorbing the bigger punches. Does he even deserve it in any account? But that's the question in the mind of everybody around here.
Can he get it? A legitimate question. Here we go into round 12, the finale. It's been a real great fight, tactical warfare. Canelo Alvarez, Austin Trout at the Alamodome. Dave Bontempo and Larry Merchant with you here. Larry, through 11, what does it stack up on your scorecard?
Go the other way. Good.
Here is Trout. Working on the outside and trying to get in. Two fighters who have shown excellence via different methods. Trout knocking him down and being the heavier puncher.
Right hand lead by Alvarez. Once again, the hard punch. How much of it?
Good hard right hand. Usually wipes out 3 jabs.
I'm still here.
Good jab by Alvarez. This has been a terrific pace by these guys. No slow period. Alvarez firing harder punches consistently.
Alvarez acting as though he thinks he's won the fight.
Trout continuing to come forward. Good right hand by Alvarez. Good right hand again by Alvarez.
Probably the hardest fight both of them have ever been in.
Yep. We said it before.
All three in favor of the winner. He is now the WBC, WBA, and Ring Magazine Super Welterweight World Champion, El Orgullo de Guadalajara, Saul Canelo Alvarez.
Alright guys, that's a wrap. Canelo versus Trout in 2013 in the San Antonio Alamodome. An awesome fight between two undefeated fighters at the time. Now, before you guys bounce, I gotta ask, who should Canelo fight next after William Scull in May for the Cinco de Mayo weekend? Now that he's talking with Turki Alalshikh, things just got a whole lot more interesting. Should he finally throw it down with, say, Benavidez, David Benavidez, and give the people what they want? Maybe run it back with Bivol and try to fix that L? Or, here's a wild one, what if he welcomes Terence Crawford into the big leagues at 168 for an undisputed showdown? And guys, let's be for real, Jake Paul was sniffing around for that Canelo payday, but that ship has officially sailed now that Turki Alalshikh is the captain, running all fights on deck. Guess he'll have to keep fighting influencers and retired boxers, MMA guys instead. Drop your top 3 picks in the comments, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.